I'm telling you right now, UFC brass over there in the PR department, I better not be in that video. I better not be in that video. Because if I am, you can rest assured that the repercussions will be biblical. But seriously, like, don't put me in it.
And why the f*** would you want him to know that?
I've never heard disdain in Dana's voice like he had when he talked about Merab right here. And listen to what I'm telling you. I am going to tell you about this story later, and I know exactly why he's so mad. Like, straight up. Like, no question. Okay? And it makes perfect sense because Merab made a huge catastrophic misstep here, and Dana doesn't want to tell you exactly why, but I'm going to tell you why. So Dana went on a rampage last night at the Contender Series post-fight, and a rampage that gave us a lot of information about what's coming up in the UFC. Very exciting stuff, I'm not going to lie. And interesting to note that Dana apparently does not like Merab very much. Like, listen, man, there's nobody who is more down to rip into someone who has made him upset than Dana. Now, again, I will actually retract that, okay? Because I can't understand. I can't even imagine how anybody would not like Merab. I've seen him in person. Like, he was at CJI. I watched, when he ran up into the crowd and punked that guy. I was looking directly at him. I was in the front row on the other side of the auditorium. And it was so crazy, dude. Like, this guy that I was with, he's like, dude, that guy from the front row just ran up. There was almost a fight. And I was like, really? And I looked, and I'm like, that's Merab. What? That's Merab, dude. And, very quickly afterwards on social media, people had actually captured the whole thing on camera. And so I saw the whole thing, like, because when I looked, he was already walking back down. And so when he got back down to his front, like, he was literally we were in identical seats directly across the pit from each other. So, like, I couldn't believe it, dude. I could not believe it. And then I saw him out in the hallway as we were leaving. He was taking pictures with people, and he just is like a nice dude, man. You could just tell that he's a ball of positive energy. So I can't imagine Dana, like, actually doesn't like him. But, man, he torched him in this clip. And then he also talked about Jon Jones, and he talked about Tom Aspinall. He commented on himself being a Jon Jones glazer. So all of these things are excellent, and we're gonna talk about all of them right now. So buckle up, son. Why don't you buckle up? And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Look at me. I'm watching Jesse's content, and I haven't subscribed. Breaking the rules, dude. I always say, I don't ask for anything except that if you're going to watch my content, that you just subscribe to the channel. It'll take you 1 second, literally 1 second. And it's very helpful to me. So I appreciate you guys doing that. And then also, if you want to like the video, that'd be awesome too. All right, so let's rock. And let's start with Dana saying that talking about the internet lighting him up over sucking up to Jon Jones. And then we'll look at him saying Jon Jones, Tom Aspinall, all that stuff. And then we'll go into the Merab thing where he lit him up, dude. I mean, he like really lit him up. Called him an idiot. Like many times. Called him a fucking idiot, actually. But anyway, let's watch this first.
And for anybody who thinks, I know the whole internet, Jon Jones,
what just happened? What on earth just happened? Oh, I see. I have the wrong one. There we go. Let's start right here. Sorry about that. Let's start here.
And for anybody who thinks, I know the whole internet, Jon Jones, he's fucking, that I'm up Jon Jones' ass. These are fucking facts. Facts. And since everybody has been such douchebags about this, I'm coming out with a nice little punch in the face for all you fuckers that think that Jon Jones is the greatest of all time.
I am just going to stop him right there. I'm going to stop him right there. You guys better not put me in that video, dude. You guys better not. I know Dana doesn't make these. I know Dana doesn't make the videos. So whoever does, if you're cruising along looking for clips that you can put in your video of people talking trash to Dana, I have never lit Jon Jones up or questioned the fact that Jon Jones was the GOAT. That's never happened. So in the event that you find a clip of me making fun of someone doing that and you use it in this clip, okay, Don't do it. You guys did that to me at UFC 300. Everybody thought that was cool. Like everybody thought that was awesome. They were hitting me up. They're like, did you see you're on Dana's video, dude? He had you on as one of the people who was talking trash about 300. I was like, what? I never did that, dude. I never made fun of UFC 300. I never did that. They're like, you're in it, man. You're in it. I was like everyone seemed to think that was cool. I didn't think that was cool at all. I don't want Dana to think I'm one of these guys that's hating on him. You know? If Dana is a glazer of Jon Jones, I think it's pretty fair to say that I'm a Dana glazer just in terms of like, I don't talk shit about him, and I certainly wouldn't light him up because he thinks that Jon Jones is the GOAT. I might say, and I am positive they're not going to use this particular clip, that it is a necessity for that to be the conversation since Francis was the champion of UFC and then he left, okay? And Dana's a fight promoter, and he understands, like, you have to erase any idea that you lost the heavyweight champion of the world. Now, that's not going to be very challenging, That's not going to be very challenging because you still have Jon Jones as the heavyweight champion, and he is the greatest fighter of all time. The second that he beats Cyril Gane, there's no conversation there anymore. But, also because the last image that people have of Francis is him getting kind of, without, for lack of a better word, humiliated and knocked out by, Anthony Joshua. Well, I'm pretty bullish on him in his next MMA fight, but it's still in PFL, We'll see. I'm very curious to see how that goes. Very curious to see how that goes in terms of the performance of the event. But what Dana's saying about, I understand why he's saying it, but it doesn't mean he's wrong. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean he's wrong. So bottom line, don't do it. Don't you guys take me out of context and put me in your video and make me look like an asshole again. Okay? Don't do it. I'm not daring you. I'm serious. I don't think it's cool to be in Dana's look at these clowns videos. I don't like it. Okay? Let's finish.
Whatever your beef is with Jon Jones, knock yourself out. There is no way in hell that Jon Jones doesn't want to fight Aspinall. So that I guarantee you. Jon Jones will fight everybody. Jon Jones was absolutely positive. He wanted Francis. You saw what happened with Cyril Gane. He will tell you, like he told us, that he would do the same thing to Francis Ngannou.
Does anybody doubt that? Like, does anybody actually doubt that Jon Jones said that? Because I don't. I don't doubt that at all. Like, not even a little bit. Of course he said that. Why would he have any doubt that that's what would happen? You know what I mean? Like, people acting like he's scared. It is absurd. Like, it's ludicrous. Honestly. Like, guys, it is a ludicrous idea that Jon is scared of Tom Aspinall. Why would he be afraid? Like, think about this guy's life experience. He's like, obviously he was an exceptional junior college wrestler, but he's a junior college wrestler. He goes into the UFC with very minimal MMA experience, and he carves through the division and becomes the youngest light heavyweight champion ever, okay? He's running through the entire division in many cases where he didn't even do a training camp, right? He has his toughest fight to date with his biggest rival who got in a fist fight with him during the buildup. And it's DC, who has gone all in on his training camp. And Jon's out doing yayo that weekend before, just like, fuck it, dude. And then he just dominates him and breaks him. Like, and also tells Frank Mir before that fight, when Frank Mir says, I think, you're going to get the finish. He says, sorry, I just got a very exciting email from YouTube. Yay! Yay! Sorry. Anyway, so I told you guys. I have a great relationship with YouTube, and I make sure that is the case. Anyway, sorry. I will remember to edit this out if I'm not stupid. He told Frank Mir was like, you're gonna finish him. He's like, I can't finish him in this fight. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, because I'm gonna have to fight him again. I need to break him in this fight. I need to break him. He needs to break. And then in the second fight, then I'll finish him. I heard that story from Frank Mir. I didn't know him yet, but I heard it on a podcast, and I heard that like right before their second fight. And I had been saying I thought DC had a good chance, and immediately right there I was like, no chance. D said that is one of the most gangster things I've ever heard. John's gonna win, you know. Anyway, so bottom line, why would he be afraid of anyone? Francis, Tom Aspinall, whatever. He's never met any heavy resistance. He's never been knocked down. He's never had to defend a serious submission attempt aside from the Vitor Belfort one. You know, I mean, come on, dude. All right, so Dana also faced some accusations that they cut Francis out of their embedded stuff. I'm very curious what you guys think. If you think that he's telling the truth or if this is a phenomenal poker face that he put on. But nonetheless, we are going to go to the Merab thing because we've already been rocking and rolling for 10 minutes. I don't want to make you guys wait till the very end. So let's look at what he said about Merab because this was a torch job. And thank you, Connor Hafley, for sending this to me.
Merab's cut. What do you know about Merab's cut? Can you make any?
The whole world knows about Merab's cut. He posted it. I mean, our guys are so dumb. It's next level, unbelievable. It's all the stuff that I talk about boxing. What I will give boxing is when something happens in a camp, man, let me tell you what, it does not leak. You know, our guys can't fucking wait to throw it up on social media. It's a small cut. It's no big deal, but obviously needed to be posted.
Against a guy like O'Malley, who's a sharpshooter and who's a very accurate puncher, now all of a sudden there's a big target for him.
And why the fuck would you want him to know that? It is next level stupid. Some of these guys are so stupid, it's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable.
Dude, nobody in the history of professional sports does a better job lighting people up publicly if he is actually mad at them, dude. No one in history ever does a better job of lighting people up publicly. Straight up. Bob Arum is a fucking piece of shit. You know, on ESPN. On ESPN. So, what are we talking about here, right? So, Dana White obviously was very upset about what Merab posted on his social media. So, what are we going to do here? I am going to head over there while I'm talking right now. All right? So, let's go to Instagram and let's just check out what Merab did because he apparently posted a picture of his, here we go. Oh, sorry, that's Lovato. Congratulations, Lovato, on an incredible win. Oh, never mind. You guys can't even see that. There you go. That's Lovato. Congratulations, Lovato. Congratulations, Shunji. Shunji had two guys at ADCC, and they both dudes medaled. So that's pretty gangster. But let's look at Merab real quick. So here is what Merab posted on his social media, apparently. Oh, maybe he took it down. There it is. Okay. First of all, it looks fake. It doesn't even look real. You know? It doesn't even look real. It looks like somebody like painted on his forehead. Merab says, calm down. It's all good. Just a little training injury. Never pulled out of a fight. Never will. I'm coming for you. O'Malley stronger than ever. Okay. But here's the thing, dude. Okay. So again, why is Dana so mad about this? Like what could have set him off to the point that he lit up Merab here, right? I think it's pretty straightforward, right? Dana only cares about the event, right? I'm sure Dana really likes, Merab and everything, right? But Merab is headlining the fucking Sphere. He's headlining the Sphere. Do you guys get it? Like, do you understand how big a deal this actually was? Okay? Have you guys looked at the Sphere card? Have you guys looked at the Sphere card? Do you understand what happens if Merab gets pulled off this card last minute? You guys seen what Dana has been dealing with in all the last handful of events? You had Conor pull out of International Fight Week. Do I even need to go over them? Think about the last like 3-4 events. In all seriousness, okay? Had this happened, right? Like, or whatever. Okay, the Sphere card, you guys, let's just take a look at it so we're on the same page here, okay? So let's say that this fight fell apart. Okay? What are we looking at here? Okay, so if Merab and Sean O'Malley fall off the card, right? If they fall off the card, then what, dude? Huh? Then what? You got Alexa Grasso and Valentina headlining, and your co-main is Brian Ortega and Diego Lopez. No offense to these guys, but let's see what else we got. Daniel Zellhuber against Esteban Ribovic. Ronaldo Rodriguez against Ode Osborne. That's your fucking main card, okay? If Merab and Sean O'Malley fell off, this would be a catastrophe of biblical proportions. Biblical. It would be an absolute utter nightmare. You can't even imagine a worse scenario. Dude, Dana and them have spent millions of dollars on the Sphere. Millions of dollars. Okay? What this post represented, that's why Dana absolutely lost it, okay? Straight up, that's why. Because if you lose Merab and O'Malley, it fucks the Sphere. It completely fucks the Sphere. Totally top to bottom. And, again, it's a pretty big deal given that they've dropped. You know what? I'll tell you right now. I hung out with someone from the UFC, like the actual organization that knows they have spent so much money on this event. It has to go well. How is it going to go if all of a sudden the only title fight you have is Alexa Grasso against Valentina, and the reason why the card is so light is because they've spent so much on the event. This would be a catastrophe. Now, lastly, I wanted to show you guys this clip right here. Now, this is Dana being asked about something related to Francis, and he's going to pretend. Oh, not pretend. I'm sorry. He's maybe telling the truth, but he acts like he has no idea what they're talking about. And I actually am just going to pose this question to you. Do you guys believe that he is unaware of this situation? Is this something that the PR team on their own, did on their own, or, did Dana direct it and he's smart and is just like, yeah. I mean, I don't want to answer that question because you guys don't want to hear the answer. I don't think he's doing anything dishonest either way, But here's what the question was. What the hell? Oh.
I don't know about this.
Sorry, let me rewind that.
Do you?
Why did you scrub Francis out of the video and that?
I don't know about this. Do you? Do
Yeah,
you, Lene? Do you know about this?
Okay. So this goes on for 2 minutes, but basically, in a nutshell, right? In a nutshell, the question is, so Francis was scrubbed out of all of the Africa stuff in the pre-fight for UFC 305. And Dana's like, wait, what? And, because Izzy said the thing, like, you can't erase Francis's legacy. And Dana's going, well, I don't even know what we're talking about, guys. Like, I have no idea what we're talking about. And I'm like, maybe he doesn't know, or maybe he does. But bottom line is this, okay? This is what people need to understand when it comes to analyzing and evaluating what Dana does publicly, okay? If people think Dana's primary job is to get in front of the cameras and just give 100% truthful answers about every single thing and be like, listen, okay, so at first we offered him $5 million, and then he pushed back and said he wanted this, that, or the other. So we said, okay, well, how about we'll do 4.5 and we'll give you exactly what you want. So that's not his job, dude. He's a fight promoter. He is there to promote fights. He's obviously the chief executive of the entire company. And then you have Hunter Campbell, who's making the engine go. But Dana's the one sitting in front of the camera answering questions. Okay? So if someone asks a question that is obvious to a person who understands this business, but if Dana has to answer it honestly, will not sound good to the public, you think he's going to answer it honestly, or you think he's going to give you an answer that a stone professional fight promoter is going to give you? Okay. Now, again, I'm not saying that he's lying. I have no idea whether or not he knew that they scrubbed Francis, but I can pretty much guarantee you, had they gone to him and be like, hey, Dana, what do you think we should do about the Three Kings thing? The Three Kings? Yeah. Where Kamaru, Izzy, and Francis were the three African kings. Should we leave Francis in? If it's me, I'd be like, fuck no. Absolutely not. Okay? My job is to promote fights with our fighters in them. Okay? Francis is not our fighter anymore. That's not my job. If he wanted to get promoted by me and the UFC needed to sign with UFC and me, we offered him plenty of money. We gave him the terms that, we thought were reasonable. He decided to go do his own thing. Looks like it's worked out for him financially. Good for him. But like, he's fighting in PFL. Okay. This would be the honest answer. If it was me, I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah. Scrub him the fuck out of there, dude. Scrub him out. It's not like this is a guy who won the title, defended it 9 times. It's not like it's like erasing Anderson Silva. Now, Francis very likely could have been on that level had he stayed and defended the belt a bunch of more times, but he won the title. He defended against Cyril Gane in not his best performance, but he had a torn MCL and then he left. So yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I scrubbed him out of everything. Yeah, absolutely. I did that. 100%. I did that. Because I'm not promoting him. But also, I'm not going to say that here because that would be promoting him. He's fighting in a competitive organization now. It's the same conversation as you always have about when when they're like, why isn't this guy getting a title shot? He's got 10 straight wins. And you're like, I don't know. I'll tell you what, let's have him tweet, I'm going to be out for 1 year. Just as a tester, and then let's have, Conor McGregor, tweet, I'll be back in 6 months, and let's just see the amount of attention that each of those gets. It's like, oh, Conor got 500 times more attention, or here we have this guy who's won 3 in a row, and he's a superstar. We got this guy who's won 10 in a row, and not one person even knows who he is. It's like you want to live in the world where it's about wins and talent, whatever. That's not what this is. A prize. This is prize fighting. Of course they scrubbed him out, and I love Francis. I will always root for Francis, but this is not rocket science, so it doesn't really matter whether he knew or not. Anyway, that's what I got for today. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye-bye.